Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so news update for Dreamscape. This is another dream here, and there is a disclaimer I want to put on here for those of you that are entering into my energy, especially in the astral plane. Please refrain from any sexual advances or anything close to that, especially when it comes to trying to siphon any sexual energy, okay? So, there were 3 sections to this dream, okay? And thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all the newcomers. Thank you to everybody that likes, shares, comments, or does anything of the sort. I appreciate you guys. I really do. You help this channel. Okay. There were 3 sections to this dream. First being something of like a video. It was like a game course and having to jump or get through different sections. One part I remember getting into this like cave section or cave part. Another section of the dream, almost completely unrelated, was like people who survive being kept in some glass or plastic large contraption, almost like an aquarium or something where other people can see them from outside looking in as if it was some form of entertainment. And then me having like a chance to talk to the people. Pardon me, a chance to talk to the people who were put in there but have escaped or been let out, like doing an interview or something like that. The last section of the dream, seemingly unrelated, appeared to be an event. Lots of different people. At one point I was making these like glass centerpieces with like a decorative little balls and stars and gemstones and stuff in there topped up. You know how you have weddings and stuff or certain events and there's centerpieces? The glass vase itself almost seemed to be like shaped like this, but it was really big. Okay, and then on the top there were like these flowers meant for specific people and for like an award or some form of gift or something, and they almost look like tropical flowers. I just remember them being very vibrant, like yellows and oranges at the top of these centerpieces. And there were children and adults in this part of the dream. At one point, sitting in a row of seats, like in a theater. Could see it being like a main event or like a wedding or something. So I'm not 100% sure what that was, but that was the update for the dream. And yes, anybody entering my astral plane, if you're coming in while I'm trying to sleep or doing any kind of form of harvesting, this is a warning. This is a warning, not just for myself, but the divine. It's not okay to fuck around and find out right now. All right? So there are 52% of you that watch my videos that are not subscribed to me, but you just keep coming back. You keep watching. So I was looking at all the information but we have a nice balance, so between masculine and feminine, like 51% feminine and the rest masculine for those who watch my videos, which is kind of cool to see the different data that it gives you on YouTube. But yeah, moving forward, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Like I said, I do the 13 zodiacs, not the 12. If you're unfamiliar with that, please do your research. It just means the dates are a little bit shifted. And there was one, Ophiuchus, that happened to be removed out of the zodiac. They also changed the calendar from 13 calendar, I would even say moon cycle, to 12. Okay, we got Gemini. Let's see what we got for you, Gemini. So like I said, you could be a Gemini from the 12 zodiacs, or you could be, if the date shifted over, you could be a different zodiac. So don't be alarmed or nothing like that. It's not a big deal, but it is important to know this information. June 20th to July 20th. All right, Geminis, let's see what we got for you. Lapis lazuli is important, right? And let's see what we got here. We'll just try to do the reading the best we can because the battery needs to be, the adapter needs to go on it. Let's see what we got for Geminis. Or those that resonate with this reading. That's quite a bit. Pick one. Validation of another is wanting to belong and recognition of self. Do you already belong? and are you already worth so very much. So the divine's reminding you right now that you have worth, you have value, you are meant to be here. If you are still breathing, living on this plane, there is a reason for you, okay? You need to find out what your purpose is. You need to dig a little deeper, maybe into the solar plexus energy, the root chakra energy, and kind of activate that or open it up or do some healing of any kind of wounds. Let's get it started. Geminis, happy birthday to those who are, oh, this is the weekend too. Father's Day is coming up. That could be significant. And I guess June 21st is at the beginning of summer solstice. Falls on Father's Day. I think that may be significant as well. So yeah, if you're looking for validation outside of yourself, please don't. You don't need it. It's nice to have, but you don't need it. All right, you need to make sure you focus on yourself. Make sure you show yourself love, attention, affection, kindness. All right, so we got 4 here. They're all face down. Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords energy. This is somebody that is definitely in their love, heart chakra energy, but also surrendering to the divine. Any kind of emotions, any kind of connections to the divine in regards to the more aqua related section. Okay, these could be ancestors of yours. They're asking you to recreate certain circumstances or scenarios. So this may be the form of getting next to water, being in water, submerged in water, that surrendering, or what would you call that? The intention behind it when you get in a body of water. And then 7 of Swords, planning, making sure things are done thoroughly, or planning ahead of time. So they're asking you to prepare or plan ahead. Don't necessarily focus on popularity. Don't focus on needing to fit into a group. Don't focus on whether people like you or dislike you. It doesn't matter. The divine likes you. The divine loves you. And then we've got 2 down here. Queen of Wands energy and Ace of Wands. Bam. One on top of the other. It's almost like to solidify this movement energy, this making sure you're taking action. We could be talking to 2 specific individuals, a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Wands, whether you're in the your masculine and your feminine, or feminine energy in her feminine energy. Ace of Wands, definitely making sure you're taking action, going within, using your third eye chakra, speaking to your higher consciousness. So that would be activation on your crown chakra as well. And it takes quite a bit of understanding to get to the Queen of Wands and not abuse the privilege that you have with that kind of energy, especially like that fire element. So we've got fire and water, 2 different sides to it. One's preparation and one is utilizing what you already have and going within, or could even be taking, it could even be, that's what they're giving me, is taking action in the spiritual realm as well. So there was another dream that I didn't record, but it had to do with me and another person chasing down some masculine energy that was in the dream specifically. And we were on like a hunt. So I don't know what that was all about. Can you get a little bit more for Geminis or those that resonate with this read? What's this? Got Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. We've got fire element, water element. Piece of the book. Other is wanting to belong. So there could be certain information that you need to still come upon for your own recognition. That's what they're giving me. Sacrifice. The offering of anything to God or gods. Anything offered to a divinity, surrender made in order to gain something else, sacrificing or sacrifice, to make an offering or sacrifice, to offer up a sacrifice to some deity. Okay, see the surrender energy? She's got her hands up like that. When it comes to being in a body of water, a sacrifice doesn't mean you need to shed blood. It doesn't mean you need to take an innocent life. It doesn't mean you need to drain a person of everything and try to have them destroy themselves or take themselves out. A sacrifice means giving up something that brings you comfort, that no longer serves your highest purpose. Get it, got it, good. Ace of Wands, that action energy, making sure that you're doing things, taking aligned action, not just in the physical realm, but the spiritual realm as well. And then we've got submit. That's kind of cool how that came out. Submit. Submitting, submitted, to yield or surrender, to refer to a state, like a state of being, as calm. To claim, to surrender, to acquiesce, to suffer without complaint. Now, a lot of the times when we're going on our journey, the divine has us do certain things and it seems a bit uncomfortable. It seems like we're kind of suffering in silence, but you're never alone. The divine's always with you. You have your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your archangels. You have divine ascended masters with good intention. You have your higher self, lower self, inner child protecting you at every point in your life. Okay, even when you're suffering or going through a moment of quiet, or if you're in hermit mode and you're doing your healing, it's giving me that like 4 swords energy. Let's see what we can get. 7 of Swords, Queen of Cups. So I could be speaking to 2 different individuals here, Gemini or those that resonate. This could be you mastering both sides of this as well to get to the Empress. If you're going through different stages, it's almost like, yes, you've got this Queen of Cups energy. Yes, you've got this Queen of Wands energy. And then you've got Queen of Coins and you've got Queen of Swords energy. If those are your next 2 tasks coming up, that's why they're preparing you. You have to be stable emotionally. And then we've got to back this up, Queen of Clubs. Okay, Queen of Wands. Same energy, 2 different decks. That's to verify that. And then we've got 3 of Clubs energy as well. So kind of looking out, making sure what's coming on the horizon. All right. So if you are getting certain downloads or certain information, or you're getting certain dreams, the divine's trying to give you a little bit as you go. Patience is definitely good to have. That's giving me Wands energy. Can we get for the Queen of Cups, please and thank you? Or like I said, this could be the same person I'm speaking to. It's just different energies or different levels that you're going through and having to master so you can master yourself. Water element. There's a lot coming out. On the top of that was the page of, what was that? I almost put it, okay, just leave it then. Oh, the Star. Okay. Queen of Cups. When you master yourself, especially when it comes to your emotions, when you master that part of you, you almost become like the water itself. Even if somebody were to plunge something into the water really hard, there's always going to be that protection, that barrier. Even if somebody were to taint it, there's always going to be abundance of it so that nobody can muddy it up, or there'll be some form of flow, or you're able to master your emotions to the point where nobody can get a reaction of you. Star energy. Beautiful. Balance on land and water. Logic and reason. And emotion. And you are protected. Very beautiful. You are very handsome, very beautiful. Okay, let's see what we've got. You already, thank you for clarifying that. You already do belong. Okay, according to the divine, you already do belong. So just deal with it. Star. Gemini, are those that resonate? Island Time Wellness. That came out, went back in. One more, please, and thank you. Okay, 2 more. So we got Palm Tree. I like this one. Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. How flexible are you, not just in the physicality, but in your mind, your mental gymnastics? How flexible are you when it comes to growth? Your performance is above basic. Okay, you're not basic. Your performance is supreme level. You've set the bar. You've set your intentions. You surrender to the divine. You're doing your work. And then we've got over here, separate, we've got the Chaser and Sunglasses. So you're being watched, or you're being monitored, or somebody's keeping a close eye on you. It doesn't feel like divine presence, but watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. Somebody could want you to be a little bit confused of your purpose, or a little bit confused of your own gifts, talents, and abilities, or how far you've come. And then we've got the Chaser in a codependent relationship. So they were getting something off of you or feeding off you. And then we got fear of abandonment issues. They don't want you to leave, or they don't want you to let them go. Take it as it resonates for you, please and thank you. Let's clarify. Ace of Wands. What's the action being taken? Ace of Wands. Please and thank you. to do with the Queen of Coins in the reverse. This could be somebody in the form of a competition with you, somebody you could know, or somebody that's just in your energy. This is combating against somebody that is maybe not so fair or just or equal give and take. So that reciprocity energy, somebody that doesn't think that other people deserve to have any kind of monetary gain, or somebody that just is withholding any kind of fortune. And you're taking action against this person. Now, I don't know if it's in the physical realm, but it's over the Ace of Wands. This person could have took action against you as well. What's this Queen of Coins in the reverse to do with the Ace of Wands? This went over, it literally landed over the chaser and sunglasses. 3 swords in the reverse. Whatever they're trying to implement onto you or program into you or project, I should say, onto you or send you is not working. So they're trying to send you a form of heartbreak. They very well, what I'm noticing too, thank you, Divine, this Queen of Coins does have a partner. Whoever this is, this Queen of Coins does have their own relationship, but for some reason they seem to be very focused on your growth or whatever this is and your star-like energy and any kind of stability. And they want some form of heartbreak to come to you, but it's not, because you are healing. You've already mastered the emotions. You've already mastered your inner fire. So what else do we got for this Queen of Coins energy? That could be watching, stalking, chasing you, gaslighting, or trying to... Okay. So we got the Page of Clubs in the reverse. Their views on things, their information that they get or what has been taught to them is in a very low vibrational frequency, and they're still quite possibly in the mentality when they get triggered, mentality of a young child. I'm seeing like 7, maybe 6 years old. This is somebody that has seen it all, heard it all, but what they take from it is not necessarily wise. So it's almost like a kind of spiteful energy that I'm picking up for this one. What are you to do about it, Gemini? What is Gemini to do? Okay. We got the Emperor in reverse coming out over this Queen of Cups. This could be another person that's monitoring you. And we've got the 5 of Clubs. Stay out of it. Don't be in accordance. Interesting. I'm going to look that up in the dictionary. In accordance. Don't be socializing or getting into these people's energy. Do not go backwards from what it is that you have learned and all your divinity that you are currently standing in with the divine and your star-like energy. Do not associate or go back to these people or even socialize with them. That may create some burdens or problems. That's your next step, is just to keep doing what you're doing for yourself. Okay? And what was that one? In accordance. I wonder if that's even in here. Accordance. In accordance. That'd be ACC, right? Accordance. Anger. So these people could be very angry. That's not your problem. They need to control their own energy. They need to accept, take accountability. Accordance, accordance. They could be accusing you of certain things. These are words that are popping out as I'm flipping through. I'm looking for one word specifically, but that's odd. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pause this for a second. I'm going to look it up online. Okay, so it says conformity or an agreement. So I guess don't conform to them, don't agree to whatever it is that they try to do to you or maybe even offer you. And then it says there is good accordance between values. So these people may not have the same values, morals, or standards that you do. They may be not even in the same energy or even on the same existence or plane. Let's get some past life oracle card to kind of clarify the different patterns or whatever's going on. These are from your ancestors, passed down the family, bloodline, DNA. We've got Celtic ties. Okay, this very well could have to do with your Celtic ties, or you have a tie with them somehow, or it just could be the bloodline thing. If you're clearing up the bloodline, you're doing your work, you've already mastered Queen of Cups, and Queen of Wands energy, or these are two separate people. You're working on your element, or you're in your element. And then we got food and hunger. You may be required to fast, or maybe there's a lesson that you need to learn about equivalence. Why? That would be equal give and take, right? There's a lesson that you need to learn about sparingly. What you give out to other people, this could be in the form of energy. Not quite getting it clear right now through the divine. It's a bit of a distraction. There's a lot more in the background. Food and hunger. This could have been what your family went through before, any kind of famine or any kind of, that's it, lack. Any kind of lack mentality. So let's say your previous, they're already, like, they're so used to having a lack of something, so that when it comes down to the next one, you're being kind of taught or groomed how to always, like, penny pinch, or there's always not enough. It's being in a lack mentality. You have to reprogram your brain for that. That could be a lesson that you've already gone through or that you're learning. Your ancestors thank you. They want to thank you. Okay. Go to the handwritten cards. They want to thank you, Gemini. That's quite a bit. Cut out the energies or purge what does not serve you. This could be, like I said, a sacrifice. So you may have to do some fasting, pardon me. You may have to cut out certain things if you are drinking or smoking, or any kind of certain things that are harmful to your body, or even being around certain people that are not positive or that are not uplifting. And then we got scent is in itself information, protection, and a portal of the unseen. Pay close attention. So when you smell something, walk into a room, if it smells bitter or sour or off-putting, it actually sends an alarm to your entire system, your entire body, to let you know that this may not be safe. If you smell something very pleasant and calming, then it may trigger you into feeling a sense of safety and calm. That's why you got a lot of people that have like certain smelling scents or essential oils or anything like that. Divine could be telling you to work on that. You are so hot in this energy. Okay, Gemini, those that resonate, you are hot. But don't let ego snatch it. Instead, roll with it. Keep being your amazing self. So that bit of keeping humble. I'm not saying anybody needs to humble your ass, because if you are like most people in the collective, you've been through enough already. So this is like the divine's kind of like rallying everybody together, getting them all high vibrational, prepping them, getting them through exams, getting them through the bar, getting them through tests, and then the rest of them that are not, let's say, conforming in a good circumstance for their own well-being, the ones that are still fighting against it are having their asses kicked, because the divine is also rounding them up as well. And they're all the years, if it's been multiple years, even over just 1 year or a couple months, all the shit that they've been doing out of a sense of fear or lack, they're getting severe karma. And whether or not you get privy to watch it, I don't know. That's the divine's choice. Whether or not you get to watch it, Gemini, it's completely up to the divine. Maybe they'll show you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to enjoy it, because it looks like you're quite focused on what you need to do anyways. The Ace of Wands energy. We've got to be kinder to yourself. It becomes easier to accept others. Even if people are being cruel and harsh, or doing inhumane things or whatever, or trying to sacrifice you because they don't understand what sacrifice actually fucking means. Be kinder. Be kinder to yourself, because the more you understand yourself, the more you can understand your shadow side and kind of reflect on that and see what it's showing you about your own potential of the darker side. It gives you a better understanding. It doesn't mean you have to make excuses for them. It doesn't mean you don't put your boundaries down. It just means, Palo Santo, smudging, enhances concentration, meditation, heals on the physical and spiritual planes, spiritual cleansing, aromatherapy, attract positivity, calm the mind, again with the scent. All right. And medicinally repels insects, stress relief, inflammation, cold and flu symptoms, boost mind, body, and spirit. I actually had to force myself to go to the doctors recently just to do a checkup. I think I kept getting those things for the cervical screening, and I come back with negative results. You do not have HPV. And I was like, great. But I felt like since I've gotten a new doctor, a female doctor, because I had a masculine doctor from the age of, I don't know, 7 or 8. And that's including PAPs and stuff, all the way up to I decided to stop going. And I have a new doctor now. And I was like, well, I got to give her some business. I was like, shit, I got to acknowledge her or go in at least once. So they kept sending me mail to come in to get the PAP done, and I did that, and I'm fine. Everything else is peachy keen. My body is in the top peak performance of my entire life. I've never been healthier than I can remember. I mean, I feel fantastic. I've put on a little bit of weight, which is good, because before I could feel my ass bones on the bottom of the tub, and my when I sat back in the chair, I could feel my spine, and it wasn't too comfortable. I like having some meat on my bones. So I got the wings still, but I've also got a lot of muscle in there. So you could be encouraged to do some physical activities too. That could be the Queen of Wands energy, that core energy. Food and hunger, let's specify. Like I said, it could be fasting. Maybe you're being called to do some fasting. 6 of Swords, food and hunger, walking away from the energy of lack or anything of that sort. Any kind of words being spoken, any kind of old ways of thinking, quite possibly. 6 of Swords energy. It's almost giving me after you recover too. Like the actions that you're going to take, or maybe these could be words you spoke too. Sometimes you got to burn some fucking bridges. Because not all those bridges are meant to be there. They were built by somebody else just to have access to you. As sad as that's it. And that could have ties to Celtic as well. Because that's what I'm getting too. This whole boat, I noticed for some reason, I noticed the construction of it. I noticed the details on it. And it's almost giving me like Viking, or like just, I don't know, beyond 17th century. You could have a lot of ties with certain things that happened in the past. Let's get some more of that oracle card. Past life oracle card, please. Okay, it's giving me over here, so I'm going to keep that one there. And what came down here for the, what was this? The Emperor in the reverse and the Queen of Coins in the reverse. This is a couple. This almost seems to me like a couple that's been watching. Why they're watching, I don't know, but we got communal living. So this could be something that goes way back. Maybe these people have betrayed you before, followed you into this next life, or this next existence. This could even be going way, way back as well. So let's say it's been a while since you reincarnated into a new vessel, you finally got here, and these two possibly have been planning some shit for a while. They could be going through fighting right now, or fighting each other. And then finances came out over this deck. So I'm going to bust this one out. Finances, wealth, abundance, things coming into you. This could be generational wealth. This could be a form of protection as well. Gift in the idea of the rune Gibo. So let's see what we got for that. It's almost given me too, you could have walked away from some sort of finances. You know how those families that are really wealthy, and then they're like, well, you have stipulations. You have to... you have to comply, or you have to agree to in agreement. You have some sort of thing that you got to do the same thing the family does, or else you don't get this. And the minute you go against this, I'm kind of getting the royal family too. You know how Diana and everything that happened with her, I've tapped into her energy before too, and I've got a lot of messages from that woman and the shit she's been through, and her 2 sons, how they kind of go against the norm. And they're expected to do things a certain way, and they would rather just have like a quaint, peaceful life. But there's a lot more to it. So they could be coming up back in the news soon. That could be a download that I'm getting early too. There could be some things going on there when it comes to royalties, finances, any kind of bloodline ties, people coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, actually you are related to such and such, or you are the divine heir or heiress of this. What do we got? Ace of Cups energy. These people were after your Ace of Cups. And basically, what the divine says, like a synapse to shorten it, is your love of self, how much you love yourself, how much you've been working on yourself, like the unconditional love a child would give their family. That is in itself the Ace of Cups, because it holds everything and more. It's like, it almost looks like the entire galaxy, the entire world. This is almost giving me like an apple too, with knowledge and wisdom. Ace of Cups. That could have been what they were after. What else we got here? It is a galactic test too. This is happening to multiple people on multiple different levels, on different vibrational frequencies. Then we've got, when it comes to your chakras, ooh, and the Devil. So I'll let you look at this for a moment, okay? There is a form of protection here, but there's also an offering too. And you need to understand that both your light side and your shadow side have different things to offer you. Make sure you get yourself aligned so that you don't make the mistake of falling prey to anything that this person or these people or this kind. Make sure you don't fall prey to being a victim. Not say that you are a victim. Just say, make sure you don't fall prey to any of their fucking little games that they play. Because there's always some tantalizing thing they try to offer. Pay attention is what the divine said. Pay attention. Okay? And then we'll get some runes. I'm going to pause it quick. Okay, back to the show. So we'll get some runes here. These are Elder Frithark. Okay. More thorough than that. Thank you. Funny, grabbed 4 and then it told me to do it again. Barkanon, so it looks like the letter B. It's a healing rune, right? Keep doing your healing, you're doing good. I haven't seen this come up in a while. Uruz or Arak, strength, willpower, and it does have 2 different ways. Almost looks like the letter N. And then we have Hagalaz, which is the wrath, anger, disruption, anything that's coming into you. It could be a challenge or a test. Keep yourself balanced. If anybody's challenging your finances, you will be rewarded by the divine. Just be patient. Do not lash out or react. And then we got chaos potentiality. We got a bit of humor here too. And imagination. These have multiple meanings. These are Elder Frithark runes. You can look them up on your own. Remember to love you. Please do.